Hey, welcome all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and checking out your boy, B-Farm, thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you, and I'm having fun doing it too. So let's do what we do. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practiced daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, and I'm on it to have all right thinkers to know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal should be to know thyself. That's what I'm here for you to do. Get the information, use it, and know thyself. So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I'll help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here too. Wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and always, to my yacht, be true. I just found another piece of information. The more I study, the more information I find I want to try to get to you. So this is one of them lessons. I finished up on the last one, breaking down the ultimate motherhood with Aset and Harut, talking to my young ladies. Y'all the first educators of us men. A lot of times y'all have girls, but you have boys. You have to be the mother and the father, so to speak. Not fair to you, but that's not a lesson. So my thing to you with this lesson is right thinkers. Let's talk about learning the Harpers song. Okay, I'll break that down for you in a second. But I'm gonna break down what is semi-tawi, and I'm gonna wrap it up with my favorite, what is Shedy. Okay, so let's go. You're going to learn something today if you pay attention. Let's go. My job is to give it to you. Now, check this out. If you decided to be a right thinker, you adopted the Shedy philosophy, and you meet, say, a Christian person on the road, okay, how will you respond to them? Perhaps you may have friends in your family or family who are Christians. I got Muslims, okay, friend that's a Jew, etc. And they may ask you, what are you doing? I love that question. All right. You may answer, I am practicing right thinking philosophy, aka African religion. My philosophy, she taught that it's semi-tawi, but here. And you break that down for them. Well, I could, but you let them know I am practicing what we call Nedarism. We didn't call God God. It was Nedaru, meaning plural, more than one. Elohim, more than one God. Again, stay in the lesson. I have a lot of information. I got a lot of stuff going on up here, so I'm going to try to keep focused on what I'm trying to get done here. And again, you're practicing Nedarism, aka you're a right thinker. I'm practicing right thinker philosophy. Same thing, okay? Suppose they now ask you, what are your goals in Nedarism? Ding, 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 ding. Now you can express yourself, okay? Do not tell them. You ready? You're trying to become God or a goddess. They will not understand, okay? Don't waste your time getting into that kind of conflict. Again, my mother said this a long time ago, and she's on point. Two things you can't do. Talk religion and politics. Why? It goes nowhere. Simple. And that's what he's saying right here. Don't waste your time trying to explain what you're doing. That's why I don't get caught up in that no more. I give him a card. Check me out. I'm not going to stand here and elaborate. I ain't got time for that. I do what I do here for you. Tune in, you can get everything you need right here. Now, because why? If in their view, only Jesus can be that, or do Jesus Christ is God. That's why God in the flesh. Okay, I keep making the argument. If Jesus was God in the flesh, why are we? So moving on. But in African religion and right thing of philosophy, everybody can do that, and not in some future time or some past time, but right now in your present lifetime. Or I'm about to give you some good information to make this play out perfect. If you get it, that's where we're going right now. Because in our ancient times, there was a certain genre of literature we called the Harpers song. There we go. Okay? And this was a special genre of ancient Egyptian literature. They had people, philosophies, putting their perspective together, and that deals with what? The understanding of the meaning and purpose of life. Okay? They had a bunch of people breaking down life. So you had a choice to pick this, pick that, but all based on what? You being what? Your best self. And through the following Harper's song, watch them break it down for you, the purpose of life becomes a little clearer. Listen to the song. They're not singing there. What are you talking to you? They're breaking stuff down. They call them the songs. The song goes, I have heard these songs, which are in ancient tombs, writings on the wall, starting with the pyramids, which tell of what? Of the virtues and righteousness of life when lived on earth. Again, and make little of life in what? The Netterkurt. The Netterkurt is the cemetery, the graveyard. If they said we were so obsessed with death, we didn't spend time talking about dead in the cemetery. No, we understood that's where you go, but that wasn't what it's all about. The physical body went there, the kabat, the mummy, it's in the ground, okay, in the casket again. And watch this. Why then do likewise to eternity? Hello, let's talk about the afterlife. That's what they was caught up in, okay? Not the death, the afterlife. And it is a place. Watch this. This is their concept of heaven. They call it the afterlife. This is a place where what? Justice was held without fear. Society, fear is, they put that little fear in there for you. We don't do that, okay? We took that out. Wherein uproar is forbidden. Ain't no argument, ain't no hooting and hollering wild out in the afterlife. Okay? If you wild like that, you ain't never gonna get it. Okay? Ain't about having the password. Nope. If you wild, you ain't getting that. Simple. Watch this. They're gonna lay it out for you. Where there is no attacks on anyone, your fellow, whoever's there. Remember, if you get to the top of the pyramid, you don't care what angle, what side they took to get there. The fact that they're there shows you what? They worked just as hard as you did. So respect the fact. That's what they're telling you. When you get here, it's all good. This place has no enemies, no frenemies, no family needs. Okay, all those who don't like you, but they around you and involved with you. See what I'm saying? We know about them, but they warn you about them too. Up there, you don't have that problem. All our relatives who've lived in it from what? Time of immemorial. This is why, okay, I'm trying to break this down for you. Everybody seems to think they're going to see their loved ones on the other side. That concept only holds water and only becomes a fact when what? You become conscious of oneself while here. That's how you go back there. If you don't know thyself, you're going back to the assembly line for recycling to what? You find out who the hell you are. And it's going to be done over and over and over. It's called the cycle of life. How do you break the cycle of life? Know thyself. Hello, that's the ticket to get you where? To the afterlife. Hope you understand it. And they land it out for you. I don't know how long we keep missing it. Watch this. All our relatives, if you're conscious of who you are in this life, when you pass on next life, oh, granny, oh, wow, yeah, like a home week, a reunion for what? enlightened beings, not the numbnuts who just go through life doing themselves and think they're going to get a free ride. It don't work that way. Deathbed confessions, all that nonsense don't mean jack, okay? As we go through the lesson, you'll get my point. Why? You have to live it. You have to experience it. We are spiritual beings having a human, what? Experience. Ding, 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 ding. Remember, if you pay attention to words and understand the definition, you'll get the esoteric meaning. Because they use them symbolically to say something. Some people just misunderstand it. Again, the esoteric, the hidden meaning, the truth. Truth is presented to you every day. It's right here in your face. Some of us don't see it. Christ told you that. Moving on. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to teach. So I'm just teaching. Now, again, and with millions of more to come, they know they're coming back. Why? They want them back. There's plenty of room. Don't worry about it. No, just come on. But in this life, you have to do certain things to get to that life. Hence the afterlife. Again, word play. It's a whole nother. We keep talking about immortality. Yeah, that's the afterlife. So, if the spirit don't die, it had to go somewhere to what? To just be. Back to where it's come from. The original maker. The new God. Where you at? And for me, right now, I'm joining in with them. Why? I'm going that way now. When you have knowledge of self, when you become God conscious, when you become anointed, whatever you want to use, you know that when this physical body over, man, I'm rejoicing. And please, all right, do me a favor. Rejoice in my passing. Don't feel sorry for me. No, trust me, don't do that. I'm not going to mourn your death, okay? I may miss you. I may feel sorry. I'm not going to mourn. Why? Because if you did what you need to do, if you didn't, remember, vertical, horizontal. You don't want to be horizontal. I raised you from a dead level of horizontal by ignorance of self, rising you up to what? Perpendicular, standing vertical, or on the square of knowledge. How about that? I'm going to break that stuff down simple. Let me get this lesson done. I see the clock. Let me get back to what I was doing. But again, this is all understanding of oneself. It is not possible to linger on earth. Hello? Going to the ground when it ran out. No one can escape going west. West is death. We rise in the east. We're born here. Oh, we're going to die in the west. No. West is the land of death. The land of what? The afterlife, a.k.a. the netherworld. The nether means is never going to end. Never ending. That means it's going on till forever. We'll never get the concept. Why? Because we won't be around that long in physical form. But in spirit, it goes back to just that. Okay? The ocean. Everything comes back to where it goes. Spirit, same thing. Now, in life, one's acts on earth are like a dream. In your dream, you control everything that goes on. So in your life, you have the same power. See where I'm going with this? Okay, come on. It's okay. Take control and welcome what? Your safe and soundness when you reach the west. If you've done your job, what you're supposed to do, you will be walking with open arms. And to whomever arises in the west with knowledge of self, you're welcome. You can't get to the west without passing the test. So they don't worry about that. When you get here, we already know what you went through to get here. So the doorman, the gatekeeper, I got another lesson for you about the gatekeepers too. That's a good lesson. Every club, everywhere you go, they got a man at the door to make sure you who you claim to be, or if you want to us. Password, you know this, okay. The gates of heaven, pretty much the same, buddy. That's the concept. Let me get down here to the Harper song. The Harper is telling you, or telling us, we cannot linger on earth. We must plan for our departure from earth. Bible, basic instruction before leaving earth. Again, all this is information symbolically that's there to help guide you and steer you in the right direction. So, and that our acts on earth here are again like a dream. If you consider that the Harpers song is saying it is like when you have a dream when you are asleep. Okay. Your dream appears what? To be very real. Why? It's up here. And it is real in your mind again. But when you wake up from it in the morning, I had this, I did that. It was all just a dream, all in your head. All right? And then you realize that it wasn't real. Everybody's been there. You wake up looking for all the riches on. It was a dream. Okay? But you control that. What happens when you go to sleep? Do you know? A lot of people just, I'm tired to go to sleep. You know, there's some stuff going on that you're aware of, then you're just going to be going through the motions. So when you go to sleep, and now you believe, remember, believe means not to know. Don't get confused. Believe don't mean nothing other than I don't know, but I believe that dream world is real. If you are a lucid dreamer, proficient right thinker, you know how to handle the dream world. Why? Because you're still conscious of you're in the dream world. That's what being conscious means. And this waking world, what is unreal when you're in the dream world? So which is the reality then? Which one is right? The dream world or the waking world? Ancient ancestors, I can tell you, they say the real world is the dream world. Moving on. Do you see the higher philosophy that is going on here? It means that there is something within you, something that's within you that is beyond the changing realms of consciousness, the waking and the dream state. That's Amun, the hidden one. He knows everything. Why? That's your higher self. The lower is your ego self, the I, the me, what you identify with, which is fine. And don't try to kill it. You can't kill your damn ego. Okay? Oh, you gotta kill the ego. No, you don't. You control it, put it in the workforce service for you. It don't control you, it works for you. That's the power of the ego. And it's the best worker you're gonna have, trust me. How are you to discover that state that is beyond the illusionary world? Good question. How are you to elevate yourself to transcend what? More to finite existence in the physical world with knowledge. Accomplishing this is what is referred to, as you ready, as becoming a god or a goddess. God for the male, goddess for the female. There's no distinction, no difference. They all get the same equal treatment. Okay? The question then becomes what? Well, how is this to be achieved? Daily practice, right thinking philosophy. It is wonderful for me to tell you what she taught Netta, right thinking philosophy, is all about now. But it is also more important that you know how this is achieved. I'm sure that you have heard of that saying, many are called, but only a few are chosen. God don't choose. You choose to either continue to go and do, or man, I'm done. Okay? Some get here, some get here, some make it to the top. Okay? That's the goal of what? Life. To know thyself, be the best you can be in this physical world. That's how you preparing for what? The afterlife. There's no other way. Other than that, you're going to be incarnate. If you don't get knowledge and understand yourself, you're going to be right back here again. So you like being here, knock yourself out. Those of you, I'm about to wrap it up, I see the clock. Those of you who are studying this right now, following me, as opposed to millions. I don't get over 100 views on a day, but that don't bother me. For those who do come and tune in, they're getting something that millions are not. So feel special of people who are what? Out there in the world, not knowing themselves. You are reading this and studying this, following this, because you are now ready to pursue some new path to life. If what you're doing ain't working, change what you're doing. You are ready to now what? Discover some true insight that will lead you to what? The answers to your own personal questions, and most likely as to what? Your true purpose in life and the source of your pain in life. I can answer that question. Ignorance. Your purpose is to aspire to do better, and the reason why you're not, because of ignorance. I'm trying to take the ignorance out of your life so you can elevate and be your best self. That's my intent. And I am mainly just confirming what you should already know. Anyway, why? Because you have what? The wisdom inside you. Everything you looking for, everything you gonna get is already inside you. You just have to figure that out. I'm just trying to help you do that. Look inside, not outside. All the wisdom inside you, but you have to again know how to tap into it. That's what I'm trying to help you do. That's how I said what I do is for you. I'm gonna cut the lesson short, but I got the semi-Tawi quick lesson, and I'm gonna bring it up on Shedy. So I'm gonna wrap this lesson up. So I'm gonna take a little longer. Hope you appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go. Now in chapter 4, chapter 17, the per M Haru, there's a term, Sma-Tawi, SEMA or SMAI, Tawi, TAWI, is used. It means, again, union of two lands of Egypt, upper and lower. Lower, ego, upper, Haru, spirit. Ergo, Egyptian yoga. Yoga is a philosophy. And the two lands refer to what? The two main districts of the country, north and south. In ancient times, Egypt was divided into two sections of land areas. These were known as lower and upper. Remember, we got north up, south down. In Egypt, south is up, north is down. Oh, they got it backwards. No, they originated it. Maybe you might have misunderstood and got it backwards. You can blame the originator that they got it wrong. Really? Moving on. But it was two land masses, upper and lower Egypt. And it represents you. Upper, lower. See the difference? In ancient Egyptian mystical philosophy, I'm trying to break it down for you. The land of Upper Egypt relates to what? The divinity, Haru, which is you, but not having knowledge of self. You're ignorant of your higher self, which is Haru. They call him Horus, who represents your higher self. That's the God in you. And the land of Lower Egypt relates to who? Set, the ego, the divinity of the lower self. So Sem-Atawi means the union of what? The two lands. I tell you, they show the body with the two heads. I got him in this forward. He's inside you. The enemy in you is you, your ego self. That's it. Okay, understand that. Now the two lands, or the union of the lower self with the higher self. The lower self relates to that which is negative, vice, not good, uncontrolled in the human mind, including worldliness, egoism, and more important, ignorance, etc. of self. Set, while the higher self relates to that which is above, temptations and all the nonsense, sexual pleasures, the deviation, all the temptations, and it is good in the human heart, as well as in touch with the transcendental consciousness, Haru, heart, mind, coherence. Thus, we also have the ancient Egyptian term Sma-Tawi, which is Haru and Set, or the union of Haru and Set, which is inside you. Semi-Tawi, Haru, Set are the ancient Egyptian words which are to be translated as Egyptian yoga. I call it the moral fight, the moral war within inside every individual. You have to become the victorious one, aka Haru Burdett, the warrior who conquered his uncle. Haru you become great. Now let me wrap it up with Shedy. What is Shedy? You've been hearing me use that word. Shedy means to penetrate the mysteries, get the meaning, the understanding, and to study the teachings deeply. Not just, well, I know about that. I hear people say, I know about Osiris, I know about Haru. Okay, but you ain't Shedied it. Why? You ain't studied it. You just know about it. I'm Shedy in Christianity also. Why? Because I study. Simple. Shedy means to study deeply, and gain insight into their meaning. If you tell me you know about Osiris, but you tell me Haru killed Osiris, you don't really know. Moving on. Personal shot. What are the disciplines of Shedy? There you go. Let me wrap this up with this. I want to get to this. I want to get this out the way. I thought this was important. I just did the 4 major disciplines of Shedy. There were 4 aspects of Shedy spiritual practice. First one, Sejim. That means listening. The first form of learning is you have to listen. Second one, right action. Mayat, how about that? That's what it says. Mayat represents right action, self-service, divine devotion, all that good stuff. That's what Mayat represents. And you can manifest that within yourself as a personality trait, the character that you can emulate. I do it every day. Oosh. Oosh. U-A-S-H. That means devotion to God. If whatever religion you follow, you showing devotion to God, and whatever name you call them, is still showing devotion to a higher self. We give it the supreme being, the leverage of a bunch of names. Again, you still have to be devoted. And what? Good deeds. Virtuous, righteous living. Simple. Can't get around that. Last one. UA. U-A-A. Meditation. Ding, 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 ding. And for those who choose right thinking or Shitat Netta as their path, it is necessary to enter into a process that we call Shedy. That's daily study. Shedy means each discipline of Shedy is designed to inform and purify and elevate and establish you, the Shimsu, on the path of awakening. If you put the work in, you'll get the results. These are the steps to what? To the effective practice of said religion that will lead a human being to what? Maturity and spiritual realization of knowledge of self. In order for it to be effective, the spiritual disciplines must be listened to, act upon, and meditated upon under correct guidance. You need a teacher. I'm a master teacher. Moving on. Just say it. Now wrap it up before y'all see the clock. Okay. Now listening to the teachings. Tune in, listen, interpret, understand, and then implement. Listening to the ears, listen attentively. Don't just listen because he talk. Yeah, I hear you. No. Listen to the teachings in full, attentively. Study, reflecting on the teachings, okay? To think, to ponder, to fix attention, concentrate, and use right actions based on said teachings. Learn the path of virtue. That is, Maya. Again, even if your present circumstances, learn to develop divine values for yourself. Be righteous for yourself. Treat others righteously like you want to be treated, and fairly, and uphold truth uphold truth, justice for all. Sound like Superman. This will purify who you and will allow you to have your own experience and the benefits of the steps 1 and 3 above. This is your duty as an aspiring aspirant or right thinker. Uphold your personal responsibilities to do the right thing. Be a virtuous, and you will discover what? Inner peace and a higher state of consciousness, and you will also affect what? Those around you. They'll start to see the change in you like they see the change in me. So it is very important to what? Practice the teachings to the highest possible degree, aka mastery. Master it. Learn about it, knowing about it, ain't mastering it. Acquire what? The books that relate to the teachings. My teacher, Wata Ashby, got a bunch of them. If possible, you can even get audio tapes of lectures. Did that back in the day. From qualified preceptors. If somebody who know they're talking about, listen to them. That's how you can learn. Okay? But that explain the teachings. If possible, get audio tapes, lectures from a qualified preceptor, a teacher, that what? Explains the teachings in clear and concise form so that you can actually understand it and then use it. Then your personal efforts will be most effective when in transforming your life and discovering true redemption and divine glory where? Within oneself. It ain't out there. Wrapping it up. Then you meditate upon the teachings, and that's how you get in touch with your higher self with on a daily basis. You meditate daily. I do. You can too. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all need to be 100 and be 100 miles a day. So that I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. Sorry it took a little long. Hope you got the message. I'm out.